What does it mean for something to be originally from somewhere? Because for me, there's no flavor that hits my brain as Thai a bit more than Central Thai yam salads. Whether it's a street stall whipping up a glass noodle yam, chowing down on a sausage yam in the old town, or hanging out at a yam joint with some ice cold sing and letting the muggy tropical night set in. There's just something about this mix of chili, sugar, herbs, and lime that makes these Thai salads feel just so Bangkok to me. But I guess to clarify, the specific taste I'm talking about here is a yam salad. Because what's often translated into English as salad is actually one of three major categories of Thai dishes. Dam, an old word that means to pound, and so predictably lightly pounds ingredients in with a sauce. Lab, another old word common in the Thai Lao-speaking world, referring to minced, usually meat dishes. And yam, a word that means to mix, and so mixes ingredients with a sauce, and is apparently loaned from Hakka Chinese. Wait, what? It messed with our heads too. So let's see if we can try to get a handle on this all together. So this is a dish called Yam Beef, or in Hakka language, yam. Yam means to mix. The most famous Hakka yam dish is yam mian, which mixes noodles in with lard, garlic, and fish sauce. But this yam nyo yok is another classic. Now this yam theory is, to emphasize, a theory. Historical linguistics is really hard, and we are definitely not historical linguists. What we are cooks. So today, we'll show you how the very delicious Hakka Yam Beef is made. Try to compare apples to apples with the also very delicious Thai Yam grilled beef. And at the end, give you our best layman's guess as to what might be possibly going on here. So, to get started with Hakka Yam Nyo Yok, we'll of course need some Nyo Yok. This here was 200 grams of loin cut into 2 to 3 millimeter slices, about an inch wide and 2 inches long. Then just marinate that with an 1/8 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon sugar, 1/4 teaspoon soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon each cornstarch and water. Mix well till combined and slightly sticky, and then we can blanch. To do so, to a wok of bubbling water, swap the flame to low, and add in the beef bit by bit so that it doesn't clump into a big mess. After all the beef's in, turn the heat to high, and once your beef slices have changed color, shut off the heat, quickly remove, and strain. Now, definitely do internalize first here that there's a metric ton of variation within this Hakka yam world. But it's not a Hakka yam without garlic. For this dish, some people use minced raw garlic, some people deep-fried garlic oil, but our favorite restaurant in Meizhou uses a combination, so that's the route that we went today. To do so, first just finely mince 5 cloves of garlic, reserve 2/3 of it, and add the remainder to a pan with a tablespoon half of peanut oil. Turn the flame to medium-low and slowly fry that until the garlic's good and golden, about 4 to 5 minutes. Then add in an optional 6 pieces of doucher, Chinese fermented black soybean. Turn off the flame, and then just let that doucher fry in the residual heat there until it's no longer bubbling. Then, to a mixing bowl, toss in a 1/4 teaspoon MSG, 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, 1/2 teaspoon sugar, tablespoon half soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of chili oil, and all that garlic oil we just made. Quick mix, then go in with the rest of the fresh minced garlic. 1 stalk of minced Chinese celery, 1/8 of a minced tomato, 50 grams of cucumber, peeled, smashed, and cut into 1/2-inch chunks, together with a 1/2 a sliced red mild chili. Then just add in your blanched beef together with 30 grams or 2 big stalks of cilantro cut into 1-inch sections. Then just mix, or yum, it all really well. Transfer it over to a plate, and with that, your Hakka Yam Nyo Yok is done. Now then, for our Thai yam, yam itself is similarly a super general term that, again, basically just means a cold mixed dish a la liangban in Chinese. But if you're going to this sort of yam shop, generally speaking, this sauce is going to be something rather standardized. So this recipe here is adapted from the excellent Boutinois Indoor, who makes these instructional videos for prospective street food vendors in Thailand. It's a really cool channel, very street food cooking, and sometimes she'll even give you a profitability breakdown. In any event, for our yam sauce today, we'll be doing 15 grams of pounded or finely minced fresh spicy chilies, the roots of 2 cilantros, 15 grams pounded or minced garlic, 15 grams fish sauce, 7.5 grams of hot boiled water from the kettle, 30 grams of lime juice, and another 30 grams of golden syrup. And that's not a typo, this is Central Thai food. Fear not the sugar. If golden syrup's not available for you, the obviously also very excellent Hot Thai Kitchen uses honey in hers, which is a good sub. Then add in another 3/4 teaspoon or so of granulated sugar and MSG for good measure. And now we've got ourselves a yam sauce. Now, again, the specific dish that we're going for here today is yam nu yang, so you will need some grilled steak. With that said, maybe forgive us for skipping the grilling instruction today because right now our grilling setup is a little less than ideal. You probably know how to do it anyway. Here's the Thai-style marinade that we used. So just grill up about 250 grams of steak to a not paranoid well done, and once that's rested, slice it into strips. Then just mix that with a half a sliced red onion, a 1/4 sliced tomato, 4 sticks of Chinese celery, and 100 grams of cucumber cut into chunks. Then just add in that yam sauce, mix it really well, taste, and adjust to your liking. Today, we add another squeeze of lime, 1/8 teaspoon each MSG and sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of fish sauce. Mix that again, and now you've got yourself a Thai yam salad.
So Hakka people have migrated all over the world, including Thailand, but not in super large numbers. So it will be surprising that something as fundamental as yam may be coming from Hakka. But one of the Hakka cultural epicenters, Meizhou, which is connected to Chaozhou or Daeju area by Hanjiang River. So we talked about the whole Daeju-Bangkok connection in an earlier video. I'll recommend watching the whole thing. But the TLDR is that a lot of Thailand has Daeju ancestries. The founder of Kingdom of Siam is Daeju. And Daeju community formed the backbone of the country's urban class and petite bourgeoisie. Though, over time, these communities were Thaified. So because of these cultural connections, there's of course a lot of food connection. Some are more obvious, some are more veiled. There's jaw, 果肉, 醉龟, 水果, PETCU, 炒粿条, 龟菜 tart, 韭菜果, and yam gung sot, saying yam, that it's Chaozhou or Daeju sashimi. I know when I say sashimi, your mind immediately goes to this. But eating raw fish is still very popular in South China, and in Daeju, they like to marinate their fish with soy sauce, chili, garlic vinegar, and herbs. Meanwhile, raw marinated fish is a Bangkok street food classic marinated with fish sauce, chili, garlic, lime juice, and herbs. In both cities, they are all much beloved dishes, and given their importance and the importance of Daeju community, I think it's logical to say that Thai yams have their roots here. But there's a big problem when theorizing too much. That is, how do we know where the direction is? Because connection is easy. Drawing lines between dots can be obvious. Like yam niu niu, yam ne yang, sang yam, yam sot. I think all of these dishes are connected. But looking at origin, it's not easy. Because while Daeju influenced food in Bangkok and through Southeast Asia, Bangkok and Southeast Asia also influenced food in Daeju. Further, all of these languages, Thai, Daeju, Hakka, they were all influenced by Old and Middle Chinese. Here's an example. This is an old 19th century Thai cookbook that we've been slowly working through. And in it, they refer to the raw marinated shrimp dish as goi, which is very interesting because today in Bangkok, I personally usually associate goi with the raw beef salad that you usually see in Isan food. But here is where it gets really interesting. So in South Vietnam, there's also something very similar that's called gỏi. The fun thing about Vietnam is that they classically use a variation of Chinese script called Chiu Nam or Nan Zi. So they actually have a character for this thing. The Chiu Nam character here corresponds with the Chinese characters here, which Middle Chinese pronunciation reconstruction may sound something like guai or gui. Then from this point, we can also see it in Korea, where this character is used to describe the Korean style sashimi, which is now called hui. And in Japan, this character kai was used to refer to raw marinated meat. Then over time, it ended up referring to dishes that were dressed in the same condiment, with today the most common form being namasu, pickled daikon and carrot. So what does it mean for a food to be from somewhere? The more you reach out, the more you see connections between everything. For us, as we dig deeper and deeper into Chinese food, when looking at neighboring cuisines, it's very easy and tempting for us to just draw the line back to ancient Chinese culture as an origin. But at the end of the day, that's just our untested hypotheses, guesses, and assumptions. It's like looking at an old treasure map. There's a chance of getting to the trove, but you never know. And where does Thai salad come from? Thailand, of course. Well, as always, thank you for everyone that's supporting us on Patreon on this treasure trove hunting journey. And as usual, the recipe is in the description box, and subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.